Okay. Well, as the Corvair forum guys recommended, I went out to my local auto parts store and got the old K&N recharger. So I thought I'd document this whole thing because I have two different cars that need it. Sure enough, this was $12. They couldn't guarantee me how many it would fill, but probably 2 or 3 times, depending on the size of the filter. So I'll put that over here for now. Here's my handy dandy brand new filter, so you can see what a brand new one looks like. I got this online on eBay at one of the Corvair vendors, and I bought this one for my 63. This one's a 62. So as you can see, the differences between the 62, see how the voltage regulator is straight up and down and the air cleaner fits on there like that, and I'll show you my 63. 63, they made an improvement where the regulator is actually at an angle. So putting the regulator at an angle makes it a little bit easier for you to get at this. So I'm going to take the wing nut off, and I'm going to take the cover off. See how easy the cover comes off? You just put the cover up there, and then you pull the filter out, and poof, the filter comes out. But you can see it's kind of the old paper filter, and it's quite dirty, I would say. But that's how easy the 63 is. So now if you come back over to the 62, so if we try the same thing, right, we come over here, we take the wing nut off, take the wing nut off, taking the wing nut off. Okay, I got the wing nut off. Oh, this one's, the spring's on there. See already how much harder it is. Got the cover off. Looks dandy, I would say. So I'll put it up there. Then you go try to take the filter out, and you can't. You can't. So I got my nut driver out, and you actually have to take. Well, before I do that, I recommend down here. Show it down here. I recommend taking the negative cable off the battery. Now I can't get shocked. Now I'll take the battery voltage regulator off.
May I take a look at those?
The bottom one you just need to loosen. See, the voltage regulator just sits in there. So then I just kind of lay the voltage regulator aside. And then you got to do something with your tools. Corvair's got these little handy ledges down there where you can put tools down there. Or you can get yourself one of these handy dandy magnetic trays, and then you can just put your nuts and bolts right in there like that.
Woo!
Look how cool that is. Okay, so now you're closer at getting the filter out, but as you can see, it still doesn't quite want to come out of there, so you have to kind of actually do a little tweaking.
There we go.
And now it is out. So now you can see what the dirty one looks like. Alright, so now let's take it over to the sink, because we should do all good cleaning at the sink. Alright, here's the sink. So I'm going to bust open my kit. This is what's on the inside. Oil, cleaner, and then of course instructions, but we don't need instructions. So here's your air filter cleaner. So I'm going to get my finger all charged up, and away we go. Spray on there, spray on there, spray on there, spray on there, spray on there. Spray on there, spray on there. Yeah, I'm breathing it in. Then I'll spray on the inside. Now my son's coughing it in. It's a pretty potent detergent in here, apparently.
Plug your nose. Fair warning.
Alright. So now we'll let it sit. Instructions say you should let it sit for 10-15 minutes. But while we're waiting, I'm going to put this on my new filter.
New.
Alright, so here's the new one. I'm going to try to spray it on the pleats. Like so. Alright, you can see it's kind of red. Alright. I'm going to wipe off the excess oil. Wiping off the excess oil. Not too much on there. Alright, now we're going to go put it in. On the 63, it's nice and easy. I think. Just a little bit of...
Pray.
A little bit of finessing.
There it goes.
And there it goes. Put the cover back on. It's a little bit thicker now, as you guys can see. Put the wing nut back on. And the 63 is done. Nice snug fit. Woo! 63's piece of cake. Old filter. It even has the number on there. AC spark plug. What does that say?
AR something something.
So you're not supposed to move the camera, but anyway, let's take it out into the sun. I can read it better. Yeah, it says A200C. AC spark plug A200C. So this is the original AC filter. Not really sure what to do with it, except for throw it away.
It could be worth something.
Nobody wants to buy a dirty filter. So here we go. Ready?
Hasta la vista.
Alright. Let's pause it for now because we've got to wait 10 minutes.
Go.
Alright, 10 minutes later, you can see it's starting to develop a film down there. You can see it's dripping all over the sink. So I'm going to rinse it off with some hot water. Ew. Ow, the water's getting too hot. Try warm water.
Long cleaning.
There's not a lot of dirt coming off there anymore. Alright. Now the instructions say you have to let it air dry.
15 minutes.
So.
Bye.
Well, let's stick it outside. Besides, walk this way with me. Alright, walk this way. You drive the filter the whole time. Should we just put it out here?
Yeah.
Alright, then what? Come over.
One, go.
Alright. This baby's been sitting outside for about an hour. So we're pretty convinced that it's dry. We didn't force dry it, but we did leave it sit outside kind of in the sun. I don't know if that's considered to force dry it or not. But we're ready to put the filter oil on. So we'll come over here and we'll start spraying the filter oil on there. Like so. Covering it liberally and evenly. Alright. I don't know if you can see in the camera, but the whole thing's kind of reddish in color.
Can't really.
Can't really see it. There's plenty of oil left, so I mean I might have at least one more change on this, considering I've used it on 2 filters. So I might get 3 out of this baby. So $3 filter changes out of my $12 isn't too bad. Now, despite what I showed you earlier, I actually did read the instructions, and it said that this should sit for 20 minutes supposedly, letting it wick into the element. So in theory, that's what we'll do, is we'll let it sit for 20 minutes before we reinsert it. But I guess I will wipe off the excess oil. Excess oil. Okay, so let's pretend that it's been 20 minutes, and then we reapplied. For the video purposes only, we will go ahead and reinstall this into my Corvair, my 62 Corvair, which is kind of a drag. You have to push this over and work it into there and kind of bend this up a little bit. And push this spring out of the way. And there. Now it's installed. So then we put our handy dandy new cover on there, which I think is pretty dandy with my new stickers on there. We'll turn it so that the lettering's up. And we'll put that on there. Move the springs out of the way. Got a nice seal right here. Then we'll reach over to our handy compartment right here and grab the wing nut that didn't fall away on us because I used our magnetic tray.
Woo!
So we'll snug that down. You can see how it snugs down right here. So you know it's nice tight fit all the way around. Springs out of the way. So now we can get the 7/16. I know it's 7/16 because it's brown. 7/16 nut driver. And put our voltage regulator back into place. So we'll come over here. We have to kind of tweak this down a little bit. Move that washer. And then grab our bolt. That didn't roll away because of our nice handy tray.
Where are we supposed to find one of those?
I got mine at Sears. $9.99. Get another one out of there. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay, so we got the voltage regulator back in place. So now we've got to put the negative battery ground back on. I took the negative off because it doesn't matter if you touch the body of the car like this, you don't get sparky spark. So let's go ahead and tighten that up with my 1/2" wrench. Let's tighten that up. So it's nice and tight. Okay, good. Then the last step you should do is come up here and get a pen and write down the last time you did this. So I have 2 lists. I have one for the 63 Corvair and one for the 62. So on the 62 I went ahead and recorded on July 27th of 2011. I put in the new air filter. That way I don't have to try to remember the last time I changed it and or cleaned it. Okay? Alright. Then make sure you put your clipboard back. Happy motoring!
Woo!